Hello, collective. I'm going to do a reading for you. I would thought that I would start with a energetic blessing for those of you who have been going through a very hard time, or you need a little bit of just a little boost, a little clearing, a little love. This is for you. For those of you who want to accept this clearing, say, I accept. For those of you who don't believe in any of that, although I find it a little bit hard since you are in a site like this, you just sit back and relax for a bit. This clearing is for the collective at this time, for any ill will or ill intent that the collective may be having. Please bless them. Any ill will or energies that are not for the highest good for the collective at this time, please remove it. Any ill will or ill intent from the collective, please remove it at this time. So will it be. Okay, so I've had a couple of downloads. One of the downloads was that I was walking through a hallway, okay, and then I saw a lot of steps. So the collective right now is in a very unique position, meaning that for a lot of you, you are growing as a person. You are growing spiritually. You are growing in what in the things that you want. You are seeing patterns in your life that may or may not be healthy, and you're taking steps towards fixing a lot of that stuff. So you are definitely growing, okay? The whole scene kind of looked like a weird movie in a weird way. Kind of like these 1960s vibey movies with music, and it just looked really odd, okay? Not in a scary kind of way. It just kind of looked like a cartoon, like a little cartoon person going up and down the steps, moving, closer and closer to this goal, okay? And for those of you who feel like you aren't moving, or you may not be in the right place at this time, just know this, that you are in the perfect place that you need to be right now, learning the lessons that you need to learn at this moment, okay? So with that, let's get started and see what messages pop up for you, okay? For you or the person that you are thinking about, all right? So let's see what messages pop up for the collective at this time. Thank you. Okay, big money. Okay, big money. So for a lot of you, you are definitely working towards gaining a lot of opportunities, gaining that cash, making changes in your energy to gain opportunities that will make money for you. For some of you, you're going back to school. For some of you, you are going to be getting a promotion. For others of you, you will be moving or transitioning to another job. I've been seeing this for a while. There are some of you where a position may open up that speaks to you, but this position is not in, how can I say this? It's not going to be in the building that you're currently in, or even in the job sector that you are in. It's more, you're going to have to travel. And by traveling, I don't mean just like the next town over. I mean like traveling, like cross country kind of travel. Ireland is popping up, Dubai, California. So if you move, if, let's say if you live in Brooklyn, New York, um, you know, obviously these places are a lot farther. If you live in California and they offer it, and this job opens up in Dubai, obviously it's cross country. It's that kind of vibe, okay? But it's going to be something that is better and more fitting for you, even if at the time it's a scary move, okay? Or even if at the time you may feel like you may not even think this job is for you, or that you even qualify for something like this. But this is something that has been in the works for you, okay? For some of you, I am getting that there may be some of you that may want to work with cars, okay? This may open up an opportunity where maybe right now you're working in somebody else's garage, but in the long run, you're going to have your own business. Okay, that's a very specific message. Obviously, we don't all work with cars, but you know, someone out there does. And for someone else, the rope of connection just popped up. The rope of connection is just basically the ethereal bonds that you have that connects you with not only the physical realm, but the spiritual realm, okay? And it's kind of like you have a lot of unforeseen energies right now working towards getting you to greater things, better, bigger and better expectations, things that you were hoping for but never had the chance to sort of see come to fruition, okay? What else do you have for the collective, please? Okay, steamroller. So, you know, as a steamroller, you know, you think of a powerful train, something that, you know, it's going to go right. It's going to go very, very fast, or, you know, it's going to blow you away kind of thing, energy. So this chapter in your life, you know, it's going to come very, very quickly or unexpectedly. So, you know, you're at a stage in your life where you're, you know, they're asking you to sort of embrace this new energy that it's coming towards you that may seem a little bit scary. You may seem a little bit unprepared, but it's going to be super beneficial for you. There's divine contracts also at work. So for some of you, you may also meet a divine partner at this time, okay? You may, and for those of you who have met your divine partner, maybe it's going to solidify a relationship and you're going to move on to the next step of your relationship, okay? This is too many. I'm not going to take that. Thank you. And again, they picked a lot. So for a lot of you, you have been in touch with your ancestors, okay? So your grandmother's prayers are still protecting you. They're still guiding you. They're still holding you tight, and they're still wanting you to move into the blessings that they have aside for you. For a lot of you, you may have even been named after your grandmother. For some of you, you never even met your grandmother. Maybe she has passed way before you were even born, but she is still protecting you. Okay. Starlit guidance. Okay, so you're very, very, very protected. And right now, you're sort of like, I'm getting the mental picture of, you know, when you're in a conveyor belt, okay, and you're like, you know, you're, what, for those of you who have gone to some of these Japanese restaurants, they have the little conveyor belts, and there's like food on top, and it's kind of like moving. You don't have to go anywhere, you just sit down. that's the image that I just got. Like, you're right now on this little conveyor belt of life. And not that you're not participating in your own life or making decisions, because you are, but it's like you're very well protected and you're following this wonderful narrow path, and your guides are sort of like guiding you through this, really safe conveyor belt of life right now, this life period. Okay. And your guides, your spirit guides are protecting you for a specific purpose that you may have. All right. Let's see what other things pop up for you at this time regarding this reading. What other things can you provide regarding this reading? Thank you. Okay, engagement. Again, engagement may be part of your journey coming up. Like I said, some of you may be meeting someone that is definitely going to you're going to move to the next step. The chaser popped out. Okay, the chaser popped out. So you or this person in the past may have been in a chaser runner relationship. Okay, but it came out crossing, meaning that this person or you are sort of working through that. Okay, and you're working through healing that wound of maybe self-reflection, and what is it that you need in relationships to stop that pattern. Again, coffin came across, so a lot of you are working towards ending that type of pattern in relationships. Okay, you no longer may want to chase people that may not have the best interest at hand. Okay, for some of you, you feel like you're needing more time, or time to heal, time to progress, time to sort of work on the stuff that you are working on. Okay, the universe is not rushing you when you are healing. We are all in different timelines. Your neighbor next door may need 2 weeks. You may need 10 years. Your best friend may need 5 months. Everyone is different. Everyone's emotional needs are different. The space that you need to heal certain wounds are sacred to you. Okay, they're sacred to you. And they are not to be rushed, okay? And they are not to be played with lightly, because you may need that extra time to sort of digest every single thing that has happened to you and process, heal, and work through it. Everything has a step, okay? Again, with the steps. Okay, paradise. So for a lot of you, you are looking forward, or this is going to be a major goal in the near future, where there's going to be a lot of playfulness. You're going to be moving into calmer waters. There's going to be enjoyment, happiness. Okay, so this is something that is attainable. Okay, this is something that is definitely attainable in your near future. Okay. And let's see. What messages can you provide for the collective regarding this situation, please? What messages can you provide the collective regarding this situation, please? Thank you. Hammer. So for a lot of you, you may fear being happy. Okay, you may fear dreaming too much, or setting the goal too high, and fear that it may not happen because maybe it didn't happen the last 3 times, or you're just not that kind of person that sets goals really high because you feel like that's not realistic. So for some of you, that may actually hinder you because it's a self-sabotaging behavior. Okay, so if you're working towards cycles and putting them to rest, just like the cycle of the chaser, your spirit guides are trying to kind of gently let you know that you don't need to be this hammer anymore. You don't need to end things or stop things for yourself in fear that it may not work out. Okay? They only want you to sort of sit back, okay, go through that conveyor belt and enjoy the process. Okay, enjoy the process. And sometimes the process is not enjoyable. Sometimes life does suck and sometimes it's painful, but they don't want you to sort of take on this hammer-like existence, okay, where you're shutting things out, putting things down, putting yourself down in order to be safe, or what you deem as safe, just because it didn't work out in the past. And that could be a relationship, that could be applying to jobs, that may mean moving across town or even across the world. They don't want you to limit yourself, in other words. Thank you. The Grim Reaper. Okay. So for a lot of you, old patterns in relationships have ended, okay? So there's certain relationships in your life that are over. That may mean friendships, even relationships with people at work, relationships with people at home, relationships with friends that you have known forever, okay? These are different types of relationships, and the cycle is over, okay? Due to the fact that you were stabbed in the back, okay? Due to the fact that this person or persons may have stabbed you in the back. It may have caused a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, a lot of things that, you know, kept you in this cycle, okay? One more, please. So, you know, a lot of times our boundaries are tested with people like this. You know, you may be very empathic. You may be very quiet. You may not speak up when boundaries are crossed. And this has allowed you to sort of grow and finally put your foot down in a lot of relationships. You know, I just got an image of a father-daughter where the father was extremely overbearing and it was like his way or the highway. You know, this has allowed you to see exactly how not to be as a person, not to be as a grown-up, not to be like that as a parent, as a friend. So even though the entire relationship may have been chaotic, very hurtful, at times agonizing and isolating, this has also taught you many beautiful lessons where you could actually see the reality of it. And the reality of it is that, yes, there are people that hurt others. There are people who stifle themselves and hurt others. However, you don't have to be that like that person. You don't have to be like those group of people. You could vibrate higher and become better. Okay? Let's see. What other messages do you have for the collective, please? Thank you. Right now, for a lot of you, you may be single or maybe wanting to be single. Okay? And for a lot of you, you may have gone through a breakup. And for a lot of you, this might have been a third-party situation, okay? And third-party situations doesn't necessarily mean that your partner stepped out on you. It could be anything. It could be, you know, your partner was spending too much time with his friends, too much time at work, you know, family interference, etc., etc. One more, please. But you need to use your intuition, okay? You need to start using your intuition because this person has a history of being a player. Okay. What advice do you have for the collective, please? What advice do you have for the collective, please? Okay, let's see. Partnerships and alliances. So for what's coming up for you may be a lot of new trips, new alliances, new job, even hearing new orders. So some of you may even be in the military, maybe cops, okay? So you're going to be meeting people that are definitely from different backgrounds. You may even start dating someone that's from a different background, okay? Yep, new beginnings. So for a lot of you, this denotes a lot of newness, a lot of new opportunities, a lot of growth, a lot of expansion. And with new things, you know, there's always new friends, new challenges, okay? One more, please. Thank you. And you're going to be gaining a lot of wisdom through this. A lot of wisdom, a lot of stability. For a lot of you, a lot of new and loyal people as well. Okay, you may have been surrounded by people who were not exactly the best for you, but you're going to be gaining a newfound, not only newfound freedom here, but more loyal friends, stable friends, a new sense of stability. For a lot of you, you're going to be gaining even a new house, and you know you're going to be looking towards your future with a new hope and renewed wisdom. And you are definitely covered by your, you know, your ancestors as well and your spirit guides. So I hope that your message resonated with you. Please hit share and subscribe, and I will see you soon. Take care.